Pixar have kind of dropped the ball as of late. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not as good as they once were in some people's eyes. So Inside Out is going to be a bit of a deciding film. We just come out the screening, and this is what we made of it.
Put simply, Inside Out is great. It's Pixar's best film since Up, and sees them actually progressing as a company, going into some quite new, interesting directions.
Well, it's kind of new old, or old new, whichever way you want to look at it, but it's certainly not Cars 2. That's, and that's something everybody can be happy about.
The story here is great. The general premise of the different emotions inside a little girl's head is explored fully. They have a lot of fun with it. It's all in aid of this really great story about growing up and about beginning to balance your emotions and understanding that life is quite a complex thing.
Yeah, I didn't realise it'd actually go into that much complexity. You kind of, when you read about it, you know how it's going to be, you know where the story's kind of going to go, but I didn't think they'd be able to get that deep in such a short amount of time in terms of story. It really explores growth from childhood and from understanding to balance your emotions and let them work together. And you see that when it differs, when it moves in between people's heads throughout the film. You see how everybody else handles their emotions, and you can contrast that with the characters.
It's directed by Pete Docter, who also directed Up, and he's probably Pixar's best director at the moment. He's upped the emotional quota actually in this film. There's more scenes here than there were even in Up that will, sort of get you teary-eyed. It's a film that really knows how to play on the heartstrings, but without going into sentimentality or feeling at all manipulative. Up, which is a superior film, but only just, had a big explosive finale, whereas Inside Out's finale is entirely character-based, and in a children's film which needs to keep attention spans, it's a very ballsy move, and it's one that really, really pays off.
As with Pixar, there's still the whole, even as an adult, you sort of find yourself questioning your own morals after coming out of it, and yeah, it's just a film everybody needs to see. It's just a shame it's going to be like a month if you're in the US or 2 months if you're in the UK to see it.
Yeah, the wait for everyone else and the wait for us to see it again is going to be quite grueling. The film's opening actually puts you in the point of view of a child. It literally reverts you back to childhood, and that makes the journey that the characters go on, that Riley and her emotions go through, all the stronger. I mean, it's going to be a massive hit. Like, it'll clean up at the box office, and all going well, it'll win the Best Animated Picture Oscar and maybe even a Best Picture nomination.
It can't not do well. There's a lot of marketability there, especially in terms of merchandise and especially in terms of the actual story. It's something very fun, brightly coloured, and it's great for kids.
But it has that adult appeal as well. There's such a complexity, there's so much to read, and there's so much to go find, and more than just the usual Pixar Easter eggs, which there are a few of.
Yes, there are, especially opening sequence. There's a nice little one, it's like 5 seconds in, so...
But you can spot that yourself.
Yeah, you can, we're not going to drop any spoilers.
So, Inside Out, it's pretty incredible. It's probably the best film we've seen out here in Cannes, and you're going to love it when you see it in the cinema back home. Keep checking What Culture. We'll have a written review of Inside Out up in the next 24 hours. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.